and Sister Johnson barely got shoes catching a bus, and you gonna get her 10% too.
And Sister Johnson gives her 10%.
I know. Sister Johnson
always gives
Sister
her
Johnson get 15.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, for a person, for a pastor, right? Your spiritual leader in whatever community that you're in, to have the audacity to be like, to say that with complete confidence, right? That, hey, y'all playing in my face. Like they made the joke about. It's real talk. Hey, you playing with my money. That's hood. That's mafia talk. That's not the way a pastor should be speaking to his congregation. That's the way the boss speaks to his workers, his peons, his subjects. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trey, back at it with another video. Today we're gonna get into another video from the JBP podcast from this week. But before we get into it, I want to say thanks to everybody that's subscribing, liking the videos. Really means a lot. Comment, let me know what I can improve on and all that good stuff. I know that as I'm starting to put out more content and things of that nature, I'm getting tighter on the edits and things like that. I know I had an audio issue for a couple of the other videos, but I think I fixed it. I got it together now. So going to be reacting to a point in the pod where they were kind of hitting on religion. So just to let y'all know a little bit about me, I'm not a super spiritual person. I have my own personal relationship with God. I do believe in a higher power, but I don't believe in going to church every Sunday, Wednesday, you know, all that different stuff. And I'll kind of elaborate on the reason why once we see how they open up this video. It's a viral moment about a preacher, I guess, that happened over the last couple of days. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the video.
Maybe lighten it up a little bit. Maybe. I don't know if this lightens it up. Did y'all see this video of the pastor?
No.
Hit play, Joe.
On what? I said I didn't see it.
I texted it to you. That was the cue to make it look like you were
Nigga think I'm psychic.
I was just...
this was crazy right here.
It is crazy.
All church members bring a copy of and asking that all church members bring a copy of your tax returns so that I can review them. I'm gonna put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning.
Playing in my face.
Got my bread. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard him.
Fam.
I'm gonna play in your face, all right.
Pastor said I need you. Yo, and the crazy thing is I know of a couple churches that's part of your membership. You have to submit your tax returns.
Really?
Yep.
I don't get how people... actually, let me take that back. I do get how people fall for it.
I'm about to say, what? You can't say
Withdrawn,
that.
Your Honor, withdrawn. I'm just saying. But it's just... Usually there's some hustle, some game to it, some savvy to it. You know what I mean? This is just like, bring me your taxes. I think.
Well, no.
They want a CPA to help you look it over and file it accordingly.
Nah. It ain't even that deep.
So before they get too much further into it, so again, I told you one of the reasons why. Well, I told you that I didn't like or didn't believe in going to church every Sunday and Wednesday, and that's just me personally. I don't knock anybody that does it. Right? Everybody has their own religious preference, their relationship with God. You worship however you want to worship. I'm not knocking anybody. My problem is things like this, right? So when I first started to hear about, you're supposed to tithe 10%, and I started to think on my own, like, what about the people that are down on their luck? You know what I'm saying? Religion is one of those things that people are, like, a lot of people get all in or they all the way off, right? So what I mean by that is somebody that can barely afford to feed their family, barely afford to pay rent, you know what I'm saying? If they're really tied into their spiritual needs, that spiritual fulfillment in a church like this one, they could be taken advantage of, is what I'm trying to say. People can be taken advantage of, especially if they believe that is their way into heaven, right? And like I said, I don't buy into all of that. I believe that we should aspire to be more Christ-like, right? You live your life a certain way. Nobody's perfect, right? We're all sinners at the end of the day. but you aspire to be Christ-like. You aspire to live your life righteously, to treat people well, to raise your family, take care of your family, raise your family well, all that good stuff, right? I could talk for days about like how I believe that my relationship with God is. And then the second thing, and we'll get back to the rest of the video that kind of turned me off of being into the church like that, is that ultimately you go to church, and the way scripture is, there are a lot of contradictions and things of that nature. And based on your church, your denomination, your pastor, you can be going to church just to hear somebody's interpretation of the Bible. And you see that play out. You see it in everyday life. You see it in politics. You see it in religion is sprinkled on a lot of different things. And I think that is one of those things where like I'm just cool on it. I want to have my own relationship. I don't need anybody to tell me how and what to believe. I don't like it when it's weaponizing the Bible against people. I don't like it when it's, a woman's should be in the household clean. Like there's just a whole bunch of little tropes and things like that people use it to their advantage to get their point of view and their messaging across. I think it's nasty, and I think it's using the Bible and people's faith to your own benefit, and I think it's nasty work.
Yeah, yo, if you believe what it say in here that we supposed to get 10%, I gotta prove that I'm getting my 10%.
You ain't my principal, nigga. That's grading me on how honest I am. Get the fuck out of here. If I'm giving you 5%, take it as a blessing and hold on.
I need my 10, yo. I need my
Crazy.
spanky.
Some of the pastors need that 10, boy.
I know.
I need that
Private
10.
jet for the Rolls Royce.
Word.
Yeah, Sister Johnson barely got shoes catching a bus, and you gonna get her 10% too.
And Sister Johnson gives her 10%.
I know. Sister
Johnson
be the-
always giving
Sister
10%.
Johnson get
Always.
15.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, for a person, for a pastor, right? Your spiritual leader in whatever community that you're in, to have the audacity to be like, to say that with complete confidence, right? That, hey, y'all playing in my face. Like they made the joke about. It's real talk. Hey, you playing with my money. That's hood. That's mafia talk. That's not the way a pastor should be speaking to his congregation. That's the way the boss speaks to his workers, his peons, his subjects. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk to your congregation like that. Now, not in the way that I thought the church was supposed to operate. And like I said, that's the reason. That's the reason why I don't believe in it like that. And I get it. Like, not every church is like that. I know plenty of people that go to church. My wife, personally, she wants to get back into the church. And because I love my wife, I am willing to go to church with her, right? Me and the family, we're going to go and support my wife. She wants to be she wants to find a house of worship and us to go on Sunday. And so, what I'm saying? That is something I want to do for my wife, because that's what she wants to do. But she already knows how I feel about it and why I feel the way I feel about it. And it's, like I said, it's because of things like this. You should, as a pastor, when tithes and offering are offered up, you should just take what people can afford to give. People will give to the church. Nobody is gonna, be. Well, I can't say nobody's not gonna be stingy, but people will give what they can. It's not up to you to be looking at W-2s and locking doors. I know y'all seen that video, like locking doors on people until they tithe a certain amount, and or make it like specific members of the church, deacons and such, have to tithe a certain amount extra. It's a bad look. It's a bad look.
Fuck out of here.
Because you taught her that the blessings will come in the next life.
Yeah. And he doing some other stuff with it too. That's the problem with this passage.
This shit, Kurt. Nah.
In every religion, this isn't just a Christian thing. I'm just saying. But watching somebody on the internet do that,
having the audacity to do
If
it.
I was a scammer, that would be my scam too. By the way,
Religion?
like
That's
me,
the-
a few
that's
of
one
my
of the
friends
You'll be nice to scam.
calling up Sister Johnson when she's home and getting some of that life money she saved up.
No,
I see it done all the time.
get right on that
Joe
pulpit.
Joe
And
Blow.
you
That's it.
you could perform.
You got to wear words.
You nice.
Oh, you
with
saying that scam? I didn't.
That's
think
the
of
one.
that.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That requires more work. I want a scam where I could chill. Scam smarter.
Man, you only got to really work
Scam
hard.
from home?
Yeah, one day a week.
It's only one day a week.
You scam on the phone, man.
Do a couple.
So I want to say, and I won't stand on soapbox for this one. I do have faith that there are good pastors out there, good priests, good spiritual leaders that are in every religion, right? I'm not suggesting that everybody is out to take advantage of people or grifting and things like that. I know I am hope that there are plenty of people that have found a spiritual calling and they just want to be involved and help and all that good stuff. But I just feel like a lot of people are using it to take advantage. I just have lost a lot of faith in the church, I guess. There are a lot of different things, a lot of different church pushing a lot of different rhetoric that I can't stand behind. A lot of different churches, the things that I think about when I think about church and spiritual community and what it's supposed to provide for people or what people are hoping to gain from that community. And then, like I said, I don't know if any of y'all have seen it, but sometime last year, a lady did like a little, I guess, you want to say like a thought experiment, not a thought experiment, but an actual, whatever, I don't know the terminology for what she did. She did a viral video where she called around to a bunch of churches and she was pretending to be a lady that needed baby formula, right? And long story short, a lot of the churches wouldn't help her. There were some that did, but a lot of people were just like, that's not what we do here. And it's one of those things, like, right? But from everything we know about, people will talk about, hey, if you are food insufficient, right? You need assistance and things of that nature. What are some of the places they're going to tell you to go to? You go to the food bank, this, that, and the third, and you go to your local churches and see if they might have canned foods and things of that nature for you. And, it just seems like in those type of places where the whole point is to bring people closer to God, build community and fellowship, that if somebody comes to you, you don't know it's a prank. Somebody comes to you down on their luck, in need, that you would do whatever you could to help that person. Like, as long as it's within reason. I mean, if she was trying to get baby formula, like, anyway, I'm sorry. Sorry for belaboring the point. Y'all get what I'm saying.
Couple prayer meetings, couple consultations.
Now you can do it on video.
Zoom.
The Zoom pulpit.
Exactly. That's what most of them is now.
Think about it. Preachers, politicians. It's another P word. They right.
They
in
right there.
They right in there.
All
All
of
of them. The
I
gift
wonder
of
if
God.
Bishop Lamont is all right.
Bishop who?
The nigga from that's in jail.
Eric
Whitehead.
Adam cousin. Eric Adam, man. The
Oh,
Brooklyn-
Lamar Whitehead.
Yeah, Whitehead.
Yeah, he sends me
I
notes.
just named a whole
often.
different nigga.
What'd you say?
He sends me notes often. In fact, I got one. Maybe
Notes from jail.
Yeah, or his like I think it's his sister or his cousin sends me notes too. They want he's. I had a real we had a real adversarial
Yeah, explain it.
interview where I pushed him. I won't say exposed him, but I challenged him on some of the things he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got really mad at me. Then he wanted to fight. Then we called. Then we spoke afterward, and then we got cool.
He wanted to fight on set.
He wanted to fight after because the interview went different than he thought it was going to go. But then we got cool after. I ain't got no issue with him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So what type of notes he sending you?
Bet you don't.
He wants me to interview him. He wants to tell the truth. He wants to, expose the
I'm
conspiracies.
not familiar with the story.
So you want you
Look
to
into
pay
it.
him for this interview?
I didn't. I haven't responded. I never got that far.
Yeah.
It felt like it felt like another tax return situation.
That left hook at the end of that interview.
Did you spin back on Bro Rilla after you seen she had that fat shit?
All right, and then they go off the rails.
Yo, are you
right?
fucking?
But I mean, at the end of the day, let me know what y'all think. I know religion is a touchy subject. for a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be in the nature of this conversation. I don't have any issue with people that believe whole well in tithing and have no problems with it and things of that nature. I just, feel a certain type of way about it. And like I said, I feel a certain type of way about, the actual, going to church every Sunday, and listening to a different pastor. Like I said, I see it as in their interpretation of the Bible. Don't get it twisted. I've been to church plenty. I've enjoyed plenty of pastor sermons, and hearing the word and that. But ultimately, y'all can look online, do your own research. I'm sure y'all seen plenty. But with some of the things that these pastors, preachers get off in the name of God, to their congregations, like massive congregations, and the way they, people, politicians, influencers, you name it, all these things being done in the name of God, which has just for centuries, people doing malicious things in the name of God is ridiculous. And that's the reason why I'd rather have my own personal relationship with God, and not necessarily have to go to a specific house of worship to build that relationship. But that's all I got for this one. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. Give me any suggestions if y'all liking the content, things that I can improve. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to build, continue to grow, continue to get better. But until next time, I'll holla at y'all.